amazing was that?
Oh my goodness, it was absolutely crazy. Honestly, I could go on and not post on TikTok or Instagram ever again, and that would be like the best thing that could possibly have happened to me. It was so surreal.
Yeah, amazing. Just even seeing like the different content creators and stuff there, it was just, I'm sure it's crazy for you. Like when you started out, did you ever envisage this?
No, definitely not. Whenever I started out, I just thought this is a bit of crack, a wee bit of fun. I never thought from posting like one video of me getting ready for my work night out. I was just chatting away in my nanny's bathroom that it would lead to this. And, a lot of the girls that were there are girls that I've been watching since I was in school for years and years, people that I've looked up to. So it was crazy that I was even offered the same opportunities as these people and was able to be in the same room as them. I'm still not over it.
I know. And when you did start out, did you think that this is what I want to do? You've said it's more kind of a hobby for you, is it?
Yes, well, at the moment I work full time, so I just do this as a hobby, and what an unreal hobby to have with so
Hmm.
many amazing opportunities. But it was always important to me to sort of go on, get a wee bit of experience in what I have my degree and stuff in, and then I don't know what the future is going to hold. But for the minute, I'm just having fun. And whenever I started, I just did it for the crack. I just thought the only thing I'm ever really good at is talking. I'm not good at anything else, not good at sports, not good at singing, not good at dancing. So I was like, I need to put the talking to some use and
Yeah.
started TikTok, and here I am.
And you do see so many now giving up their full time careers and going into influencing. And I suppose, like, if you're good at it, you may as well, like, make the most of it.
Definitely. I think this really is the future, and there's just endless jobs and opportunities. Like we're looking into what so many people are going to be doing now for the rest of their lives. There's just endless income for people to work on their phones and talk to their phones. It's amazing. But yeah, there's just so many opportunities, and I really do think that there's going to be so much more to come in the next few years.
And you work your full time job, you work in marketing. So obviously, this feeds into it. You know exactly what to post, when to post.
You know what? Whenever I didn't do my undergrad in marketing, I did it in English and politics. So whenever I started my master's, I didn't really have a clue what marketing was. I just thought social media, surely I'm going to have an interest in that, but it's so much more than that. It's so much broader than that. And I only really started to learn about it when I started into my job. I'm a marketing executive, but I've learned so much more about social media, and I feel like this year I've been able to put so much more into my social media because of how much I'm learning
Hmm.
through my job. I really decided, I started my job in September, decided in December, you know what, I'm going to give this a go. I'm going to post more regularly. I'm going to see what can come out of this. I wasn't really looking to do this full time, but I was thinking, like, what doors can open
Hmm.
for me through this? And I was able to double my following within a few months just from putting in what I had learned from my work. So it
Madness.
definitely goes hand in hand. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. So how long? When did you start out posting on Instagram and TikTok? Was Instagram first? Was it?
Instagram was first. You know what? Just like everyone else during lockdown, I was like, what else am I meant to do here? I was stuck in the house all the time. I feel like everyone was getting creative with what they were posting. They were posting their back gardens. I was usually going and standing in the middle of a field or in the middle of my nanny's road and ordering these clothes just to literally wear them once in the middle of the road for a picture and then put it on Instagram. And thought I really, really loved doing this. It was like really creative for me, and it really was a hobby. And then it was in 2022, I believe. It was in my last year of uni. I just decided I'm just going to start talking. Like, what do I have to lose? I've been putting myself
Yeah.
so much out there on Instagram. I'd been posting me outfit TikToks and stuff. And I was just getting ready for my work night out. And I remember standing in my nanny's bathroom, and it was the worst produced video. It was such bad quality. There was no rhyme or reason to it, and people liked it. And I was lucky that from my very first video, it really, I think it got like 7,000 likes. So I thought, wow, people actually are listening to what I'm saying. So it gave me the
Yeah.
confidence to keep going. And then I just kept going from there, really.
And what kind of brands have you worked with? Obviously, getting flown to Taylor Swift with Primark was amazing. What kind of other brands have you worked with throughout the years?
I'm very lucky that I get to work with a lot of local brands. I work with Be Perfect a lot and Bellamenta. They're obviously owned by Irish people, and I do like to keep working with Irish brands. There's been brands like MAC Cosmetics I've worked with recently that I've been using their bronzer, giving me sun since I was literally able to use makeup. I've worked with Joe Malone. I've worked with Pretty Little Thing. So many like household name brands that I spend my money on. So it was so crazy to me every time that they reached out.
Yeah, but it works well too. Like these are products that you use. It's not as if like you're just
Yeah.
using it for the sake of getting paid or whatever for it.
Yeah, and that's definitely important too. I think from the moment that I started social media to now, maybe back in the beginning, I was quicker to say yes to everything. I was like, they want to send me free stuff.
Yeah,
Yes,
who
send it my
wouldn't
way,
say
giving it
yes?
my best. But I think the more that you do it, you learn that if you're going to be promoting something to your audience, that this needs to be something that you've tested
Mm,
out, that you genuinely like, that you're using, that you've used already. So all the brands that I'm using, I've already used before they've reached out and worked with me. So yeah, but that's definitely something I would tell somebody that's starting social media for the first time. It's easy to see free stuff and be like, yes, and get it
yeah.
in the post and make a video the same day without even knowing what it is.
Yeah.
But I think that's what you learn like in the years of doing it.
And do you have any goals set? Like, I want to work with this particular brand. I want to have X amount of followers, or do you just kind of, if it is a hobby for you, kind of see how it goes?
You know what? I genuinely don't know what other goal I would set myself after going to Taylor Swift with Primark.
Yeah.
I absolutely love her so much. And whenever I got the call, I cried I was like in my office in Belfast and I cried the whole way back to Strabane. It was like, why me? Like, it's such bad imposter syndrome, and there's literally nothing that anyone could offer me more than that. So I just
Yeah.
think for the minute, I just want to see what more I can do to help. Like, I try to do wee giveaways and keep reiterating to my audience that I'm so, so, so thankful to be given opportunities like this. And at the minute, I'm just having fun. I think I just
Yeah.
want to get more experience. Obviously, it would be amazing to have milestones and followers. Like, I'm on 80K, maybe to have 100K. But at the minute, I'm just being grateful for every milestone that I'm hitting and living in the moment. And I just feel so lucky to be able to do that.
Yeah. So what would you say to a young girl now, say was your age whenever you started out, that they're kind of thinking, is this something I will follow, or like is it a career? Like what would your message be to them starting off?
I think in the beginning, well, for me personally, obviously everyone's different. For me personally, it was so important for me that after I went and got my degree or whatever it is that you want to do in life, that you get some experience and you build up some experience so that you always have that under your belt. And then if you want to try something out like social media, you can give it a go. Like, I am all for going for your dreams and stuff.
Hmm.
But I think the biggest advice that I would have to someone that wants to start is, especially people that are like me and are from a small place like Strabane, is that it sounds so cliche, but you need to be yourself. And what's working for someone else might not work for you.
Mm.
Like, somebody could screenshot some of my video ideas and say, right, this has worked for her. She's got so many likes and views on this. This is amazing. This has got her this and this. But I think that what's working for someone else might not work for you. And you have something so original, which is being yourself. And people love to see authenticity. So I would just say be yourself, start posting, treat it as a hobby. It's meant to be something that you love
Yeah.
and that you have so much passion for. So just start off from there, and you never know where it's going to take you.
And do you feel any pressure? I'm from Strabane as well, so that's small town. Do you ever feel pressure yourself, or you're just like, I love it, I don't care what anybody thinks?
You know what? A few years ago, actually, whenever I was doing my masters, I had to write a blog on small town mentality, and I sort of started thinking about it, and I made the blog out like it was going to be negative, and I ended it on a really positive note, and I just really stick by it. I think that there's so much, you're from Strabane, it's such a small town, girls always message me on Instagram and say, how do you have the confidence to post? Like, I feel like people are going to make fun of me. I have genuinely never experienced that. I don't know if I'm lucky or if it's just all in people's heads or if
Mm.
I just focus on the good. I really can say with my whole heart that there's been no one in Strabane that's ever been anything than supportive to me. I think recently, since I've really been putting myself out there and I've been accepting more jobs and saying yes to more like this today, that people have been stopping me and saying such kind things to
Yeah.
me, and it
And
really
they'd
has
be
given me
proud
the
of
will.
people from Strabane, like.
They'd be so proud. And I think there's this thing with Irish people that it's like, Irish people don't like you to get too much of a notion of yourself. And I agree to some extent, maybe for some of the biggest Irish followers and stuff. And I know that sometimes it can be hard and you can get some hate. But for me, being from a small town, I have never experienced small town mentality that's negative. I've
Mm.
only experienced small town mentality that everybody's in it together. And if
Yeah.
somebody's from your town, that you're so supportive of them, I'm very, very
Yeah.
lucky in that aspect. So again, I would tell anybody just to go for it, and you don't know what way everyone's going to react.
Yeah.
People aren't going to get over it after your first few videos. It's not going to be
Yeah.
news
And they're just
anymore. So
jealous.
Everyone has been so unbelievably kind to me. It's really all that I can
Yeah.
say. Everyone has been so nice. So I'm really, really lucky. And I like being from Strabane. I
Yeah,
like to
me
rip
too.
it.
Well, Billy, thanks so much for joining me today. Wish you all the best in it, and we'll all keep following. So good luck with everything. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for your time and having me on.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Get with the best.